Work smarter with Claude. Automation, MCP, skills, productivity. Watch the full session now.
Okay, so we are into this series of Claude and we are starting up with the features that are there into the basic Claude. Okay, and yes, so even in Claude we have things like even the free tier. We'll be discussing what are the features and yes, to go. Let me show you. This one is the free tier which I have, and yes, so we all know about the basic features which we have. We have this chat feature, and in the chat we have this incognito mode. In incognito mode, the best part is the incognito chats are not saved to history or used to train models. So here, even though you are into a free account, but it is said if you are working under incognito, nothing gets saved anywhere because even the chat history is not saved. So make sure that when you close the incognito window, nothing will be recovered. Okay, so that is one thing you have to take care. But yes, if you have any other uh, confidential aspects which you do not want to be used for the training the model, even in a free account, then you can use the incognito mode. Second, we all know about the other features like the upload feature is there. We know that we can add files, we can upload, and in chat we have this mic button, so we can always ask it a question like, Claude, can you tell me what are the penalties under the DPDP Act for an organization? So maybe it's not able to reach my mic right now because I didn't give it the permission. But yes, so this is how the microphone feature might work, that you can very, and it translates very superb. Okay, so that's one thing which you need to see that. Now going to other feature like archiving chats, custom styles are very basic features. We all know that we can archive a particular chat so that our chat window is not looking messy like a mine. So it should not look messy and it should be much clearer, and that is what the archiving of chat. You can click on the chat, you can archive it so that you can later on you can definitely refer the chats, so even the archived chats, but at least it won't come in your main window, so it's very cleaner to have. Custom styles of how what type of output do you want, whether it to be more strict or more agreeing with you or be more strict. So there's a custom style that you can definitely keep. And yes, the voice input is I already mentioned. Second, the projects feature is one very important feature inside of the free tier, which says about how you can have a separate memory altogether. So it's like having a separate Claude altogether, because we will discuss about it more towards the memory section. But let me tell you one small thing, like memory of Claude across the chats are not saved. So whatever chats you did in one particular context, whatever context you did in one particular chat, so one chat is there and you have made multiple to and fro communications, so everything gets saved within that chat only. Summary of that, if you have enabled memory, then summary of that will be saved somewhere and that will be used in your other chats as well, but that exact same context will not get transferred. And this is a very distinction, this is a very different thing which Claude has than many other AI models. We'll talk about it in memory section. Now when you talk of projects, so project becomes very separate than the chat. So projects are something where multiple chat windows can be opened for one particular thing. Like if you have one particular client on which you want to do your assignment or any engagement and you have to complete a particular work, so you can have one projects being created there. Like I can have that client DPDP compliance if I have to look at an education sector and all. So I'll simply do, sorry for the typos, you can have your own instructions for your project as well, and what project you want to achieve. And here we can say key education sector DPDP requirement. Definitely this is not how you should be prompting. We'll have a specific series on how we should prompt. That also we will, I'll share you some reading materials around that, how prompting should be done. And then penalties for DPDP. Suppose I'm just giving you a hint that how multiple chats can be opened within a project. You can have a separate instructions in the project, and these instructions are very different than the other instructions which you give. And in the context, you can upload any file from the device, any PDF file or MD files. And again, we'll talk about context in terms of token minimization, that how you can have lesser token usage, that also we'll see. We can add a text context, you want to write something, that also you can write. and that is there. So when you talk of these instructions, so this instruction is very different than the instruction which you save over here. In the general, you have this instructions for Claude. So we will discuss exactly same thing in the memory management, and how memory management is done in Claude. These instructions are the one with a global instruction for all the chats, projects, and cowork, and Claude Code as well. Okay, but the instructions which you give over the project is specifically for that project only, and those instructions will not be used anywhere across chats. So that is how project is very different, and you can upload your own context, as I said, and nothing from the chat is inferred. Okay, again, I'll detail discuss about memory into the part where we'll be discussing memory management in Claude. So this was one thing. The second is the artifacts. If you look at the artifacts, so artifacts are something which are generated by Claude over the time. And let me show you this particular because I have artifacts created in my paid account. So yes, so artifacts are nothing but like a HTML files getting created. So think of it in a manner like, suppose if I tell Claude, if I open a new chat and I say, give me a diagram about how LLM works, a simple diagram. So if I do this, I'm asking it for a diagram. So if I ask it for anything other than text, that becomes an artifact. And the best part of artifact is that you can share your artifact via a public link. So as I was showing the one particular case, so those artifacts you can share, you can have a link, you can copy the link, and you can share it with anyone, and that becomes a public link. Anyone can be discover that artifact. Okay, so that is one particular thing around the artifact thing. Now look, it has made a diagram under making understanding things of how LLMs work. So many times these diagrams become easier and to explain things. That is why these are called artifacts. Okay, these are the, you can download it separately, copy it to clipboard, and all those things. And also artifacts are also, this is a diagram. Many times the HTML files which it creates, the PDF files, and many times they can also create a web application altogether. So we're not going with that complex stuffs right now, but just to understand artifacts, these are something which Claude specifically generates, and this can be shared with the public. Okay, with anyone. So other file uploads, shareable publish artifacts, and tiered snapshot rules. So basically these two I've already discussed, and this last one is that these features might change time to time. So always visit this claude.com/pricing for getting the right features which is available in the free account. Okay, currently as on date what I'm showing is applicable. It might be in future things might change. Okay, so some important links again, that how other things work, and there are some other features which I'll be talking in the next part. So this much for this one. See you again in the upcoming video.